bouncy roads here. Just get up over this bump and traffic is stopped right there. Great.
It's going to.
Until we get up
Yeah,
on the corner.
there's 2 places.
Well, good morning. This is the promised Monday HOV lane thing. We are about 40 miles north of Houston. Sorry about the bumpy road here. About 40 miles north of Houston is I-45 southbound. And whereas we used to drive halfway into Houston before the stop and go traffic started, it's actually starting earlier and further up due to the numbers of people who have moved into this area, even though the highway's been expanded. The HOV lane, I don't know when they started it, but it's stopped halfway to where we are right now, and it's stayed like that for years. Hey, broke up. And right now we are going to the newer section. It's not protected by a wall, but it's up here on the left. And I'll be repeating this information as people jump on here. Wait a minute, whoa. Gotta get over. Oh, great. Great. That guy got over my way. All right, that didn't work. All right, we are trying to work our way down here to the HOV lane. The Houston area HOV is kind of complicated. The north-south was here for decades, and it only has one lane that it actually shares with. It's inbound in the morning and outbound in the evening. It's kind of strange. The east and west was built for HOV, so they actually have multiple lanes in each direction, so it's a little different. But right now we are trying to get, wow, it used to be you could drive a pretty good distance into Houston or in the morning rush hour and then the stop and go would start, but right now, are you on?
No.
Please. And now it's backed up to here. There's a choke point up here for absolutely no reason. Hold on. We're going to go up here a short distance. This is going to break free. It chokes up here for literally no reason. And then we're going to slide onto the HOV, which will be coming up on our left. So give me a couple minutes here. It is 8 o'clock on the nose. All right. If you're just joining in, we are on the north side of Houston. This is I-45. We're going southbound. We're going to hit the HOV lane up here, and this traffic has backed up way up here towards Conroe. This is kind of getting ridiculous. But the original HOV lane up here used to cut off in the town of Spring at 1960, so it was literally like a half HOV lane. It got halfway up and it stopped, and then they would dump you out into traffic, and you were caught in this. And then here about 5 years ago, they extended it, and all they did was make a lane and put a double line, which nobody pays attention to as far as I can tell. But we will show you what it looks like up here as we motor along. Oh, this guy decided to break down the middle of the road and didn't flip on his flashers. Hey, dude, that's not how this works. Oh, that wasn't well thought out.
No, it's dangerous.
You can read. Okay, I have to make this announcement. I'm not allowed to read as per YouTube policies, but as a strange first time for me, I have my wife on board. So the big boss lady can read these. What are you seeing so far?
Someone says hello.
Well,
Hi.
yeah, where's everybody tuning in from? Because this might be an American thing. I don't know. These high occupancy lanes. We're gonna hit it here around the corner in about 1.5 miles, or I guess 3 kilometers from here. Just come back to them on whoever that is. I can't see it. I'm not looking at it. You don't text back.
I know.
Okay. You ever heard the expression safety first? In our house, it's coffee first, and my wife hasn't had her coffee yet, so she's waking up. I'm using her as a sandbag. To get me onto the HOV. You can watch it on there. You can read it right there.
Good morning, guys.
Ah, see?
I am here only because he's using me
Correct.
for the HOV lane.
She is my sandbag, and she will travel with me.
So have sympathy.
Like I said, it's not about coffee first. it's, I mean, not about safety first, it's about coffee. So, yeah, this is ridiculous. I haven't driven into downtown Houston during rush hour in a couple of years now. And if you remember here, less than a week ago, I had a load I was taking on a Sunday, and I had to go down to the Mexican border. And if you look at this, we were blasting down here at highway speeds and didn't even take our foot off the gas.
You need help.
Always. There we go. Sorry, taking a coat off. It's got hot all of a sudden. All right, we're getting down here. Hold on.
That's because I'm in here.
Yes, thank you. I made your coffee. How is it, by the way?
It's fantastic.
But once we get down here, you'll see what they did. They see this big shoulder we have next to us? They just marked it so we can get up to speed. And it'll be a double line there for a while. Then we get into the concrete walls, or as my wife likes to call it, the toboggan runs. Up here.
Where are you guys from?
You can work with that. Yeah, ask by name if you can read. Sometimes the names are in codes. Yeah, we get people from around the world on here.
Tennessee. Woohoo!
Right on. We spend a lot of it. Hey, how's your weather in Tennessee, by the way? This big storm kind of missed us. Don't you do it. Don't you come into my lane. Don't you do it. Lucky. All right, this is what it looks like down here. The roads are relatively nice. My first experience with the HOV lanes when I was a little kid out in California in the 1970s, and they came up with a concept, and the HOV is to try to encourage people to carpool by giving them a special lane to ride in, and it was 3 people in a car. But then the question came up, well, what if there's only two seats? It's a little tiny car. And they said, okay, if you only have 2 seats, you can do 2 people. So then everybody took the back seats out of their car. I remember that. Tommy remembers Mom.
Tennessee says it's cold and snow.
Cold and snow. It's 42 degrees here. Is that considered cold? Yeah, that's normally where I do my expediting, is in that part of the country. Yeah, well, so I remember Tommy Rivers' mom, she had a Javelin, and they took the back seats out of the car. Real kids, climbed the back seat. There was like no seats. We were sitting on the body of the car. And then, so they had to change the rules just to two people in the car. A couple days ago, I shot a live up here, and I showed a parking area that's underneath the interstate. I think it was my last live, if you look at it, and it's a park and ride area. You can say hi back to whoever's talking to you. And the park and ride is where people share to get in to go downtown. It's like 1 week, this person drives every day and carries the other person, and the next week they switch off. It's kind of cool. Kind of a good system.
Tennessee's saying it's 13 degrees right now. That's a wee bit chilly.
Yeah, so we went through that choke point for no reason, and now the traffic's moving, but we're going to get up here and get up to speed.
Tennessee's beautiful though.
Oh, I agree. I like it out there. Come on, car. Let's go.
I miss the 4 seasons.
We talk louder sometimes. Okay. All right, where are people tuning in from? Right around this. Here's the sign we're going to pass under that shows the entrance. They do a shared thing here. You can do HOV and a toll, except on this part it's only HOV. But again, it's not enforced, which is kind of a pain. They don't enforce it very well. Here we go. Because on a regular basis, you can look over here. Somebody's right there. I can't see. Let's say.
Hello from Wisconsin. It's been snowing. Are you going back to the Rio Grande Valley?
If I get a load, I
Are you
usually...
still driving? Lucy, traffic looks heavy.
Oh, wow.
Be safe.
Somebody remembers Lucy. My original van was named Lucy.
Guadalupe Gonzalez.
All right, yeah, no, I have a different van. I went back to aviation until I retired. And, yeah, now I'm driving a different van, but I'm going to do this till I hit 62. That's the plan. Well, here, this is the HOV. We're north of Houston, driving southbound on I-45, and that double yellow line is all we have to protect us from the unwashed masses over here. So we're doing the best we can. We're going into Houston today because I have an appointment at the VA, the Veterans Administration doctor's office, more or less. And I brought the big boss lady along to help me get on this. And up here in a ways, it's going to turn into 2 lanes. Where are you from originally? Wife?
Me?
Yeah.
From here.
You're from Texas.
I'm from Texas.
I was born, me personally, I was born in California. I was raised in Colorado. And I've lived here since 2000 in Texas. And the wife, you're from Texas. And the wife's still here. She's bounced around the country, but she's back in Texas. Oh. It's a beautiful day out here. It's sunny, 41 degrees. We're in the show-off lane. We're coming into what is called the Woodlands, which is a high-rent district up north side of Houston. It's really nice. We were actually running around in here yesterday. My wife is still trying to wake up because it's coffee first, and then we worry about all the other stuff later. Gotta put a visor on.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Oh, they slide, yeah.
Wow.
Just like the bug.
Every day.
We've had this.
The bug did it too.
Yeah. Had a piece that popped up. We bought this. We have a Kia Soul. That's the hood you're seeing. We bought this car new in 2014, and we're still discovering things about it, including the visor extends here for the side. I thought you knew it did this. Huh. And this is southbound going into town. It looks a little hazy. That's just humidity. That's all you're seeing. This overpass coming up, if you look on top of it, that lane is nothing more than an off-ramp to get off the main highway to hustle over and drop you out westbound so you don't have to go through traffic lights. That's all that is. One lane, off-ramp. Rather fancy. What do you read?
It says, Guadalupe says, must be nice. Weather looks awesome in Texas.
Where, Guadalupe, where are you watching from right now? Since you mentioned that. And the one danger of the HOV lane is because of this part where that double white line is. Stop here on the other lanes. Occasionally people will just grab their steering wheel and jack over here and get into ours.
Guadalupe is Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Right on.
Yeah, the last load I did was from just north of Milwaukee, and I went down to Hildego on the Mexican border. That was the load that got me back home again I got there Sunday night. So yeah, I like Wisconsin. They have the roadside vegetable stands, the Amish. Yeah. When I'm up there, I hit those roadside stands and buy, well, I like the syrup, the actual maple syrup. You can't get that down here. So this is the Woodlands. Again, this is the high rent area. Let's see what happens here. But eventually we're going to get into the toboggan runs. Anybody else jumping in from somewhere, not seeing stuff like this? This is north side of Houston going southbound. Here's where it gets interesting. See the traffic? Like this guy. See, that's illegal. No signal, double line, asshat. One person in the car, you can see it. And no, pulling your headrest up does not equal a person. So that's the danger of this not having a wall right here. But we're going to get up here to 1960, and it's going to kick these people off. And a lot of times in the morning, the police will get inside the walls, and they'll actually put up checkpoints, and they'll pull people over, and it's a $200 or $250 ticket.
I think so.
It's a lot. No height. Nothing yet. Just checking. All right. There are a couple places you can legally get on and off the HOV. There, you see this white line will go dotted. Not that anybody pays any attention to it. Those are the two on the right. That's the two high-rise buildings we have. There's the dotted lines. That's the only two high-rises we have on this end of town. That's the wood on the right there, off frame, is the Woodlands Mall. That's a really nice two-story mall. It's one of those rare malls that actually survive the change of society. It's a real nice place. This whole area is nice. But if you're just tuning in, we are north of Houston on I-45 southbound going into Houston. We're going to chase this HOV lane, which is going to branch off here in a minute. Legally, I'm not allowed to read the screen. That's why I got the big boss lady on board. She can keep up on whoever is on here. We're always curious as to where don't. We're always curious where people are tuning in from. Because, I mean, to some people this may be old news, but to other people this may be unusual. High occupancy vehicle, which means 2 or more bodies on board. And we're working our way into spring right about here. This person passing me is solo and just got out of the HOV, and the person behind me is solo in the HOV, which goes back to that. Anybody text anything?
Michael says hi.
Michael, where are you from? I'm kind of curious. I've had people from Ethiopia, India, New Zealand, all kinds of places up here.
I think they're just like me. They're just trying to
Wake up. How's your coffee, by the way?
It's fantastic.
Who made the coffee?
You do.
Thank you.
You don't drink coffee, but you make
Thank you. All right. We're going a teeny bit over the speed limit, and I got people behind me throwing a fit. I see stuff on the screen over there.
Bruce, I'm just scrolling. Lives to say and have a bright, joyful day, everyone. You too, Bruce.
Yeah, right on. This is mind-boggling. I'm actually going over the speed limit right now, and I've got people coming up behind me, solo drivers, getting mad that I'm not going faster. Okay. Let me know how that works out for you. Houston has 3 loops, traffic loops. The inner loop is 610. The middle loop, which is a toll road for the most part, is Beltway 8. And then they just recently built an outer loop called 99, which is 100% toll road. And we're going to pass under the outer loop up here. Whereas most towns build up, most cities build up, Houston builds out. And the expression that Houston is 2 hours from Houston would apply to this.
What? 2 hours?
Houston is 2 hours from Houston. No matter where you're going in town, it takes 2 hours to get there. I was saying, I was on the 610 loop here a couple of years ago in the middle of the day, and you ever heard the expression, gee, I could have got out of the car and walked faster? I could have got out of the car on my hands and knees and crawled faster than the traffic was going. Absolutely insane, which is why we avoid going into Houston as much as possible. All right, coming around.
Guadalupe, thank you for sharing. Houston looks huge. Wow, beautiful view, 3 legs in. It's great that you have your lovely wife to help you read this message.
Yeah, that helps.
Your message, yes, it does. Even though he is completely using me this morning.
Yes. So I got, like I said, I got solo drivers piling behind me. We're actually going over the speed limit, and I got solo drivers piling up behind me, forcing their way around, including that guy right there, because we're not speeding enough. Jeez. Everybody gets mad.
Thank you, Guadalupe. Your comment is greatly appreciated.
All right, we're going. Again, another solo driver in a big hurry. So that's what I'm saying. This double yellow line, this double line doesn't do a lot of good. And they don't, yeah, they don't really enforce it up here. I've seen, in the time, we can clean that off. In the time I've lived here, I think I've seen somebody get pulled over on this twice up here.
Yeah, and keep looking, Guadalupe, because you're gonna see
The toboggan runs.
well, but you'll see Houston coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into the middle of it. This dumps off in the middle of downtown and zigzag.
Won't there be a good skyline view when we get in further?
It'll show. So we're getting fairly close to the break off where we don't have to deal with people jumping in and out, which is good. But it's 8:20 here local in the Houston area. The traffic should be tapering off a little bit. I can't see stuff on the screen up there. Okay, we are, like I said, we're going 6 over the speed limit, and we still have people piling up on us back here.
Funny as eyeballs, she's looking.
Eyeballs. We're north of Houston. We're in Spring at this point, southbound I-45, and we're going to show you what the HOV lane does up here. Once it gets into the toboggan, the concrete walls, there's actually an option to go a toll road. You can use it. And there's usually, well, on the backside, there's 2 lanes where you can get out and it'll charge toll. So it's kind of hard to tell who's who. And the price of the toll varies. I've seen it $1 and I've seen it $7.
Can we do this split view? Half going forward and half backwards?
If you have the technology to make that phone split the view, you know more about technology than I do. I have a clue. This isn't a camera. That's just.
I know.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, to show all the jack wagons coming up on us, getting mad because we're not going 95. Yeah. Now we're going to come over this hill and we're going to dive down into the concrete walls. But this is going to dump us out into downtown Houston, which is actually kind of a nice area for the most part of Houston. Let's see, back off a little.
What is that?
Mattress firm? The tower?
Speakers. Giant speakers.
That or a tornado. This doesn't give you the option. Nope. I'm just asking. Just asking. I see the coffee is kicking in.
Not really.
Not really. Sorry. So I'm heading to a VA appointment in Houston with my wide awake wife sitting next to me. Take your coat off. Yeah, it's getting hot. It's warming up. It's 45 outside. It's warming up. All right, now up here, you're going to see the road split, go to the highway, and then it's going to hit the HOV, and we're going to go underneath a sign. Right now, if you're a solo driver with a toll pass, you can pay $5 to go on this pass. Or, this is where it gets dangerous. If someone wants to jump on here, watch out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And there's the heavy traffic, and now we are in the HOV toboggan runs, as my wife calls them. So we have concrete walls to protect us. Now, that gate back there will close at 11 o'clock. And then on the other end down here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll open back up and the traffic will go outbound. And right back there where we got in, it opens on the other side and dumps out going northbound. That's how they do it for the northbound traffic. North-south traffic. East-west, it's a whole different setup. In the summer months, when I go to the VA, I ride a scooter. I have a Suzuki Berkman 200, and you can take a motorcycle or a two-wheeled anything on the HOV lane for free because it takes up less space. So I use that, and it's also, if you think about it, we got a concrete wall on either side. You don't have to worry about someone smashing into you. Back away from this guy a little bit. And there's the dump-offs for the northbound traffic right there. We just went by. Oh, look, we're on the raised road, darling.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Oh, the commoners down there.
Yes, the unwashed masses are on our right and left. We're driving in they smoke my cigarettes. We are driving in the HOV lane. Not with those people over there. And when we get down here a ways, you're going to watch all that traffic on the left come to a dead stop. Let's do the stop and go thing. I don't have a clue how long this HOV lane has been here, but like I said, it stopped. That's halfway to Houston back there. And it stayed like that for years and years and years, so they expanded it. We can't see the skyline yet. We're still a ways out.
One from where it stopped going into Conroe, I think that's 10 years. That section's like 10 years.
Yeah, the double white line.
Because it wasn't, when I first moved up here,
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah, it's
from this to Conroe. Because remember, we were taking bets as to how far up
Yeah.
it was going to go. Is it going to go to Conroe or past
Willis or
Conroe?
whatever. Yeah. And the highway, when we first started this street, that section of highway used to be 2 lanes in each direction. And it was a nightmare until they opened it up to 4. And it goes quite a distance further north in anticipation of growth, because this area has had, I can't speak for all of Houston, but north side of Houston, the growth up here has been absolutely explosive. You can sell your house in California for $1.5 million, move here and buy the same house for $300,000. That's just how it is. The cost of living in Texas is radically cheaper than most parts of the country. It's a nice area. I mean, look at the roads. Have you seen a pothole? I mean, they take care of this. Here's a dump off where you can actually get off the highway. And look at this word on the sign. The street's called Kuykendall.
It's Kirkendall.
Kirkendall, well, yeah, whatever. But that's a get off, and then right here next to it's a get on. A get on lane. You can still see the haze in the air.
I was hoping it would be clear.
Clear. When a storm blows through, it's usually clear on the backside.
Because we're not even to the points where you can see Houston as a skyline yet.
McLaren. Yes, we have a Lamborghini and a McLaren dealership right here.
That
Just
was
past-
somewhere in here is where I was messing with the guy that was in a Lambo. Remember I told you? He jumped on and he had the T-tops off. And I was driving Chick Magnet.
Yeah, real quick, if you're listening, the Chick Magnet was, we don't have it anymore, a 2006 Volkswagen Bug 5-cylinder with the 5-speed, and
Cream color.
and absolutely nobody understands just how fast that car really is. And tell the story.
Yeah, I was coming down here to go visit family on the south side, and there was a Lambo, and I'm guessing it was like the salesman or something, and the tops were off, and his tie was flying, and he was having a good old time, and he looked back in his mirror, and I was just pacing him. Not that the Bug was as fast as the Lambo, it's just I was mimicking what he was doing and being able to keep up in traffic. And he kept looking up over his right shoulder out the T-tops and laughing at me, pace for pace. It was funny. That was fun.
And what people don't realize is that 5-cylinder Volkswagen Bug will do every bit of 130 miles an hour.
Yeah, and it was a standard.
And it would get up and go. And people don't realize how fast that car is. They think, oh, girl car. I did my cannonball in a Volkswagen Bug. It was undercover, and it could get up and go.
3404.
Yeah, cannonball run, 34 hours and 4 minutes, which was the world record for 4 years. 4 years, that was the record. In a Bug. Not a BMW, not a Mercedes, a Bug. Made a lot of people angry. Like I said, we're kind of on the backside of rush hour, but you're going to see the traffic start to seesaw here eventually. We are in spring at this point, southbound I-45. And if for no other reason, I like having the protection of the concrete walls on either side of us to keep people from smashing into you. Traffic is starting to thicken up a little bit. So we went by, that was Beltway 8, this is the inner loop, or the middle loop back there.
We need to play some music or something.
You can't. That's the problem.
Over the radio.
You can't. It has to be royalty-free music, which I have some on the tablet,
Yeah.
and it still says copyright. But if you play music, then it causes all kinds of problems.
It's alive.
I
And it's
understand.
not like we're digging for it.
It's still copyright. I'm telling you. I read about all
This
this.
doesn't make sense, because if they were in the car with us and we're playing music, you're saying that's copywriting
Yes.
because somebody other than
Yes.
me is in the car listening to
Do you
music.
remember when we went in 22? We were in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
And we were on the COD, the submarine,
Yes.
and I filmed on the submarine.
Yes.
And there was big band music playing somewhere in the
Yes.
background. They copyrighted that. They said, "Oh, you can't do that. That's copyright." I don't even know where that was coming from.
I think that would be argumentative, Your Honor.
Yes, I agree. But that's what I'm up against. So what I do when I do play music is it's
Low Penny, is this 59?
no, we're on I-45. I-45 southbound coming into Houston right now. But yeah, the
Guadalupe answered it's 45.
yeah. Correct.
Awesome.
I was telling the story about the girl I met at the airport in London back when I was 13. And remember, I was sitting there,
Yes.
I was telling a story. I was talking to a girl. It's Christmas time back in 1981. I was 13 years old, and I'm just sitting there BSing with some girl who's an American. And there's people everywhere. And she was all bummed out because her family was moving, while they were away on Christmas. We probably talked for 45 minutes, and then, our flight came, and I said, okay, see you later, bye. And I flew back to Colorado. My brother and I were going to a private school, and, get back from 7th grade, we get back from Christmas, everybody's talking, excited about what happened, what they do, where they go. And the teacher goes, we have a new student in class, and there she is. Sitting in the classroom, same girl, and I was like, oh, Bucktooth Ann. And somebody's comment was, joke's on you, the bucktooth girl turned into Elizabeth Hurley. I had to stop and think about that. Kind of felt it was true. Now the roads up here are gonna glance off to the left, and the traffic chokes here for no reason. But when the traffic was coming, they've actually changed this, but coming northbound on this road right here, there was a get off, it'll be on our left, and it was a super, super, super tight turn, like a 180, like a super tight 180 with flashing lights and all this warning stuff that said 10 miles an hour. And everybody would hit that turn at highway speeds and slam into the concrete wall. It was absolutely hysterical. I think they've changed it. It was right here.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Right
Yes.
here somewhere, and everybody would come over to try to make us super tight.
That curve, the
Back there,
right
yeah.
was more black than white. It
Yeah,
was.
it was a 270 that you're not going to make going more than 15 miles an hour. I don't care what you're driving, and people would hit that thing, slam into the wall. So much that they had to redesign the intersection. Yeah, they took it away completely. All right, now we're getting into the gritty part here. I think we're going to dump off into downtown, because this get off is either go east or go west, but somewhere up there's a one you can get off into the downtown area. Okay, it's tightening up. Now on the far right side of the road, you can't see, there are flashing lights, and everybody's going to slow down to look at the pretty lights. Okay, this blows. All right, go look at the lights. The lights are pretty. Now keep driving. You have a bagel and you have cream cheese. Those good.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm thinking about you.
Very sweet.
You ever notice that when there's like an accident on the side of the road, everybody feels the need to slow down and stare at it? And then on the opposite side of the road, going the other direction, everybody feels the need to slow down and stare at it. Like, can you just drive? Yeah, I think we're going to drop off into downtown because it's more interesting to look at.
Smell that.
Kiki.
That really smells like a banana.
Why, thank you. Whoa, okay. I can't find it. I lost it on the phone. Sorry. Alright, here we go. Well, that was a choke point to look at the flashing lights. I feel better. We still can't see this skyline. I thought we were closer to this. Yeah, not, for convenience, but the HOV is wonderful for safety reasons. You think about it. Like I said, nobody can dive in your lane from here.
People have tried. It just doesn't end well.
Back in 2001, they had Tropical Storm Allison hit this area, and when you have flooding down here, because this is a low spot, if you look at a map of the United States, this is a low area. And if a huge storm comes in off the Gulf, it'll drop 10 jillion gallons of water in this area, and it has to run off and, soak into the soil and whatnot. And then the storm traditionally drifts to the northeast and then dumps another 10 jillion gallons of water, and all that water gets in the rivers and comes down here to add to the water we already have here. So it's like a double problem. In Tropical Storm Alice in 2001, these concrete walls were underwater in this area. It's right when I moved here, up in this area. But these concrete walls were literally underwater. This whole area sunk. And at the time, it was the biggest flooding of a major city, I think, in U.S. history. And then Katrina came along, and y'all got to play with that one. Yeah, I was a helicopter pilot for 35 years, and our company got tasked to go into the Katrina dumpster fire. So this is the advantage. Look at the traffic on our right compared to us right now. This is what helps. And this is why I have Dingling on board right now. Is Dingling awake yet?
No.
Thinking about it?
Yes.
So we're going to get down here and we're going to dump off into the downtown area. And when you exit the HOV lane, there are signs overhead. It's one lane for HOV us and one lane for toll. Because people can pay to go on this. If you're paying $7, imagine that you're paying, going to work, you're paying $35 to ride in here. And then going home, you're paying $35 a week. So there's $70 a week extra to drive to work. I think I'd find a new job or get a motorcycle. I'll get a motorcycle and find a new job. The 610 loop is also a get off up here. This is the inner loop coming up.
Yeah, because it's free no matter what time of day for motorcycles.
Yeah, motorcycles can ride on here for free, and that's why I like taking my scooter down here. That and it makes my mother nervous.
You've done that, what, twice now?
Yeah. She always park up front because they got motorcycle parking.
I just had to pop that out.
But you get in here.
I just find out that I have to.
It's a little rough here. There's the get off for the 610. There's a get off and get on.
Coming up
There's the skyline.
the skyline. It's really hazy. Sorry about that.
This is when I was flying. When I would drive down here to go to work, you would look at the buildings and see where they were cut off by the overcast, so you could tell what the weather was doing. This road's a little bumpy, so the camera's bouncing around. I apologize. This is the older part of Houston. Lovely roads we're having. So the skyline's crushed into a smaller.
It says Monday morning traffic, not bad.
Yeah, that video I shot the other day going down, it was on Sunday. This was wide open. I had the cruise control set. And I went right through the middle of Houston and popped out the other side and kept going. It was mind-boggling. I mean, in the middle of the night, there weren't that few cars on the road. So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to dump off into downtown. It's just the way they designed this. And then we're going to zigzag around the downtown. And this part of Houston up here on the north end is actually pretty nice. If you're into big cities, and we'll zigzag around a teeny bit, get back on the road, and then have to fight our way down to 288. The VA is on the southwest side of town. Up here. Quite. You're very pretty when you're wide awake. Thank you. But you're not wide awake. I'm a morning person. She's I don't know, 2 o'clock person? Afternoon person. So I had to force her out of bed today. Whoa! I thought that was alive.
Yeah.
There's a little styrofoam noodle rolling across the road, and I thought it was something alive running across the road. Whitman Street Express Line. Here's where our turnoffs are coming up here. And depending on what time we get out of here, we may catch this going north, which is kind of an interesting get on because you have to know how to find the HOV lane. It's a really weird location. If you don't know where it is, you're never going to find it. It's not made conveniently. It was made as an afterthought. You ought to, there's some kind of writing.
Don't understand it. You ought to see.
Yeah, this, I don't know what you're looking at. Yeah, this area right here has flooded out a few times. This is kind of a low spot on this area, in this area. I've seen 18-wheelers on here, and this is really thin going through, and 18-wheelers aren't supposed to be out, but look how thin this gets through here. And that's as skinny as it looks. Ram closed I-10 West Road work. Okay. We're not going that way anyway. We're going to get off, I think, on Quitman, and it's going to drive us around downtown. And here's where it gets interesting. So there's our big, beautiful Houston skyline, Quitman, yeah, express lane. I want to go express lane downtown. I'm taking the downtown because it'll dump us off. Because I used to get off on the west side and go with the U-turn on 10, but they got it closed. Well, I found that out the hard way, and you couldn't with the U-turn. And up here is where they would have the enforcement area. Up here around the corner, they would have a line of cops standing there and cones marking and keeping people. You'd have a line of cars that are getting tickets. The tickets aren't small. Right up in here. See, enforcement area ahead. They would sit right here. They don't do it all the time, but they do it. And they're on our left right here where branches, that's going the other direction. That's where it snaps off and goes the other way. Express Smith. We're going to get off on Milam. Why? Why not? So this is going to be your tour of downtown Houston. Now, if you look up, it's going to show toll and HOV once we go under this, because it takes a picture. We're not toll, we're HOV, so we go on the left side. And up here, it'll dump us off, and we'll start zigzagging around. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, there is a traffic light up here, by the way. This is actually where we get on if you go the other way. Here at, like I said, they'll close the gate. It's a piece of a car laying there. They close the gates at 11, and then they open them the other way at 1. There's a woman behind us smoking a cigarette, hanging it out the window. When's the last time you saw somebody smoking a cigarette and or hanging the cigarette out the window? It's been...
It used to be very common.
Yeah, everybody did that, but wow. And the girl driving's playing with her phone. All right, apologize. We're at a traffic light getting off the HOV going into downtown. See how it does this? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna swing through kind of a nice area here, and swing back around to the south and the southwest. What time we got? We got plenty of time to make it. Ugh. So if anybody's tuning in right now, is this normal for HOVs? I mean, where you live, are they different, or they don't have them at all, or do you live in a wonderful area that doesn't have this kind of traffic?
Guadalupe says, you guys have a blessed day. Houston looks bigger than Chicago for sure.
Well, it's spread out. It's not we don't have as big of a downtown area, but the area is spread. Yeah, we're stuck at a traffic light. Yeah, and there are buses. See right there? Mm-hmm. There's buses that use this, that get on, you have parking rides, and you can ride the bus into downtown, which I've never really messed with it. But
there's another one right in front of this 18-wheeler, another bus.
That's an 18-wheeler tow truck. Yeah, we're working our way to a light up here. And again, we're following Like I said, we're going to be zigzagging around down here. That's why we have an old school GPS in the dashboard turned on. There's the on-ramp right there on the left. That's going the other way. But to find this, you need to know where it is. Put that back up. Here we go. Monday morning traffic, not bad. But now we're doing this. So we're going to bump and grind our way back on.
That light does not last long.
Yeah, the other side of it doesn't help because it's not going anywhere. This is the artsy-fartsy part of Houston, this building right here. Future. They've got some really expensive townhomes and condos and stuff on the north side of town. These are the older buildings, and they refurbed them and made them all pretty. Yeah, Miami driving. I've heard all kinds of... That's one of the crazier places to drive. The guy said that in Miami he was... somebody tried to pass him while he was going through a car wash. Yeah, this area right here floods. Again, this is a low spot. And we're going to be passing over a river here in a minute. In that area, when they have heavy rain, this big ravine fills. It's big too, and it fills up with water, and it pours out into the roads. But ahead of you on the other side of that overpass are some older buildings that have been refurbed, and they're these giant, beautiful, open, like giant studio condos and townhouses with the old brick and brand new wood floors. They're absolutely gorgeous. You can look them up online. Oh, left lane closed ahead. There's our problem.
Expect anything.
Oh yeah,
Terry
this
says,
Bayou.
expect anything strange down here.
They close a lane right now.
Bayou, yes. Marion, Bayou, yes.
All right, we gotta move over. I gotta jump some lanes. Is that broken glass? No, it's just shiny concrete.
They're gonna let you in, I think. Oh no.
Oh, of course not. That would be too human. Yeah, they're doing construction on a building, so they closed the street. Is that the one right there where they're doing welding?
Yeah.
That's mildly annoying. Yeah, I know. We gotta move over here. Once this moves, yeah. Oh, dude, you brought an 18-wheeler.
Start moving right now. Get your nose stuck in there.
Well, we gotta let traffic start to...
Well, it's called zippering.
Yeah. Some people get it, some people don't. Hey, just listen.
She's gonna let us go. Good.
There's a first for everything. This is downtown Houston. Houston. We got about 6 blocks of this, and we'll get back. Okay, it's gonna...
Oh,
This
buildings.
is a beautiful area.
Oh yes.
Cool paint jobs too.
I am not.
Slide over.
I am not a big city person. This one's all right.
So this is downtown Houston. What do you think? Oh, they got high-rise parking.
I have, Terry says, I have family in Dallas. She said the traffic is crazy there. Yes, Dallas traffic is horrendous.
I was in dead stop traffic in Dallas on the east side, and it had one of those get-on ramps, and it was one of those that just slowly oozes into it, and a woman came flying down the on-ramp. She was going about 50 miles an hour. We're not moving. We're dead stop. And she went way up there and merged over and slammed into a row of cars, hit like 4 cars, ripped mirrors off them, and I'm going, you didn't notice this wall of stationary traffic?
Yeah.
He's just not there. It's actually clean down here. A lot of 1-lane roads, and the roads. This is we're in the.
This right here, that's the theater.
Yeah, it says theater district.
We
right
used
there.
to go to big, huge plays right there. That's where I want to take you to some of the plays. And then there's another one, a real small one. Yeah, Alley Theater is right there.
Oh, right on.
And then there's a smaller one where you literally walk down to a
Yeah, that whole area is like
Yeah.
this. All right. Questions?
Mo says, where is this? This is Houston.
North side. Theater. The theater district.
Someone says 700 Louisiana on left. Beautiful building. Yes.
This whole area. Oh, they got a trolley here on the left. See the drop off? They have a trolley. I don't know what this kind of merchant. Yeah, they have a trolley car on the train. There it is.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. That'd be fun to ride.
Now we're going to ooze back onto the highway and have to claw our way around the corner. Yeah, down to, see, like that State Street, there's a high dollar townhouse, condo, whatever you want to call it. Left turn lane. This is us.
Wow, you can't see it, but just there's like a 4-story old Victorian home right there. It's huge.
Oh, yeah, tall roof. Filmed last summer. What was filmed? Filmed.
Yeah, I don't know.
What film? What are we referring to? I can read this because I'm stationary. What was filmed last summer? They do make a lot of movies down here. They're tax friendly for films. This guy's going to try to jump in front of this car in front of us. Watch. And there he goes. Predictable as the tides. So now we're going to try to work our way back onto the highway. So take this lane. We're going to tiptoe back into the road. Go down a short distance. Yeah, I came through here the other day going south. And this was wide open. What do you got?
Terry says, is it cold there? Only 34 in Fort Myers, Florida. Had to break out the socks and put flip-flops on hold. Oh, I understand. I smell what you're stepping in.
Yeah, I wear shorts 24/7, and then you get up into the areas northeast, and all of a sudden you got to start wearing pants. It's like, this ain't fun. My legs are like, what are these things? They're strangling me. Zipper. See, this is kind of nice as we're zippering. Every other car, this guy behind me is letting me over. Everybody understands zippering. Where you go to other places and everybody wants to claw and fight to be one car length closer. Left lane must enter ramp. That's us. Buffalo Bayou is what they call this. There's a spaghetti of traffic underneath, roads underneath us and a waterway. So we're going to tiptoe back onto the highway. The key word is tiptoe. Another high dollar townhouse right there that ran off the front.
Yeah.
These are really nice, very expensive. And there in the background, over that to the right of that truck in front of us, is a high rise. When we bought our townhouse in 13 up north, I actually looked at that place, and it's a high rise condos, and halfway up it's got like a floor where it's got a swimming pool outside and a barbecue pit area. It's really nice. And it has garbage chutes, and I've only seen that once in my life, and that was at my dad's place in Hawaii, where you go down the hall and you open a flap door and drop your trash in, and it slides down, however far, and ends up in the dumpster in the basement. I always got a kick out of that. And we're gonna go up here. Why do you have your right turn signal on, dude? There's nothing over here. This ends right here.
Oh, maybe he knows something we don't because he's getting over.
This lane goes away. Well, that guy's in a hurry. So now we're getting the hurry up and get in front of everybody. People coming up on us, including this guy. Yeah, this area, what do you...
Yes, he's saying that this stretch is typically a nightmare.
Yeah. And
agreed.
when I went down to, when I came down here, I went to the border, this area, I was on cruise control, and I came zipping through here like it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was weird. We're going to branch off here in about a quarter of a mile.
Randy says those cars passing on the right are causing a slowdown.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
And then it'll start moving. And then we're going to branch off onto what's called 288, which will get us off of 45. And this will be a wrestling match because it splits. And once we get over to the left side, we'll be able to take off and it'll speed back to highway speeds again. To get to the again, look at this house right in front of us. An old, looks like a witch's house.
Yeah. It's like a Tudor style house.
Yeah, that's ancient here in the middle of downtown.
There's a few of those left.
Very weird.
Wouldn't that be
tiles.
Neat to have some? I would love to have something like that here to
keep it old and modernized.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's one of the high rises right there where you have a patio. They're not very big, but they're condos. And you can see there's a floor level right there where it sticks out, the railing. It's got a swimming pool and an outdoor hangout, indoor parking on the bottom there. This.
Yep.
So you're in a building, you're locked up in a garage where people can't get in your cars and stuff. There's a lot of this down there. But we're about 200 yards, we're going to branch off to the right and head. So I'm sorry about the sun. Driving directly into it. Victoria, this is our turnoff. Yeah, I haven't driven down here much recently, but years ago, if you were coming out of Houston, if you hit this spot right here.
Oh, Marion says, Randy says, I never throw random nuts and bolts out the passenger side window anymore, those passing me.
Yeah, that.
And then Marion says, Boy Scouts of America own that house.
No kidding.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. Okay, here's what we're going to do.
That's cool. Thanks for the history.
Wow, that's interesting. I've never been down in that area. This is where it gets interesting. We are merging 2 lanes, and there's going to be 2 lanes on the left, and everybody on the left wants to go to the right, and everybody on the right wants to go to the left. But once we get to the left, traffic's going to take off because everybody's trying to get into town, and we're trying to go kind of out of town. So this is it. We're heading towards the medical district. I used to fly in here. Medical district, by the way, it's a Class B airspace. So you got to get out of Houston, get into HOV airspace, and then you got to talk to, what was it called? Medical Center Control. They had their own control.
Yeah.
Air. It was pain. Then you had to find the hospital you were going to. Okay, here's the part where I got to move over. Okay, unless, of course, I want to get over there, and that guy is going to be a jackwagon about it. That in front of me is what my old van used to look like. So we have to move over here. The traffic is all choked off because they're all trying to follow 59 up here, and we're trying to go down 288. Now watch, we're going to get up here, and it's going to go zoom. I heard that.
Guys have jack wagons too. Oh yeah. 45 will eventually bypass this lovely tangled wave of freeways. Yes.
Yeah. Watch what happens up here. Half the lanes are going left, half are going straight, and now we're slowed down. There's a guy towing a trailer up here with a tractor on it. See how everything stopped? This is people trying to force their way. Now it's going to take off right here, and then it's gone. There we go. The guy with the tractor still. Oh, you found that?
I did.
Yeah, the wife packs the snacks, and I put a bagel and a little container of cream cheese in here with a little bitty spoon.
Yeah, you did.
Teeny tiny spoon for snacks. I heard that. Okay. Now we're gonna boogie down here, and we're heading to the VA. Big bump. Oh, alrighty. Look at that. The toll road fee's $4. Going one way. I know you like this person. You're about to say. And this is the southwest side of Houston. Again, a lot of high rises. Off to the right, I can't play with my phone, but off to the right there's medical center. Hospitals that go on for days. Were you with me when we went to that one hospital where the building was so tall the elevator made your ears pop because it was running really fast? Remember that?
Yeah.
Good God Almighty. I gotta say, stuff's popping up on the screen.
Tom, we're not driving a van at the minute. He drives a van.
Yeah, right now we're in with the wife's movie. We're in this is a Kia Soul. We bought this car new in 14. We still have it. We still like it. Here's some kind of cool, interesting looking architecture.
Cold electric coffee channel. Sorry. Beautiful view. Yes, it is.
We're coming off here. And you'll notice this is its own lane, but everybody stops and looks over their shoulder like something's about to happen. Double white line, double line, don't fly, pass over it. Getting to the left lane. We're chasing, again, this is the medical center. If you look right there off the nose, those are pretty much all hospitals under construction. And I used to fly down here. More high dollar townhouse. Wow, there used to be a restaurant right there, wasn't there?
There was something there.
Yeah, they like the park. Yeah, they ripped the whole. There was a restaurant there. The whole building's gone. Wow. Yes.
That wasn't the Denny's, was it?
I think it was a Denny's, an older style Denny's. They ripped the whole building. Go up on Holcomb. So they got a green belt here in a walking area. It's kind of nice. When we get up here to the VA, we're going to end this, but I want to show you something they do here in the parking area. They don't have a parking garage or a high-rise, which they really, really need. But there is something they do here in the parking area that's cool. And it looks interesting from underneath, and it looks really cool from above. I never flew to the VA. I don't even know if they have a heliport. I never flew in there. This way. Whoa. I guess we're coming in the back door here. Yeah, this is a different way in. We usually go further down. And then we got to play the parking game. But look how tore up the road is right here. This is kind of unusual for us. What's it say? I had too much fun in Houston back in '95. I was a helicopter pilot for 35 years. In my last job, I flew a medical helicopter. And I used to
say, had too much fun in Houston back in '95. Went from E5 to E3 literally overnight.
You got demoted. Yeah, I'm saying I used to, like I said, I flew a medical helicopter during the last job I had. It was fine medical until I retired from aviation. And I flew into Houston on a regular basis, and this is some busy airspace down here. The busiest medical heliport in the world is in Houston. It has 4 pads and its own control tower, and it was busy. You got coffee again. Yeah, I flew in the Army. Started out flying an attack helicopter. Flew out in the Gulf, flew tours, flew medical. It's the nature of the business. You bounce around a lot. If you look at my homepage, there's a photograph, and I'm wearing my dark helmet. I have a watermelon head, and my helmet was an unusually large helmet. And if you look at my screen, my homepage, I'm wearing a helmet, and I have a sticker on it of dark helmet from Spaceballs. That's kind of what it looked like compared to the else. It's just connecting. Dropped. We're back.
Woke up late to quarters and had a plain white sheets and a cat laid over me. Oh, that's when he says he was busted right down.
Well, I was in a...
And let me guess, was it your cat?
I enlisted as a tanker, and I got a suck-ass job up at Division, and I ended up Look at these white vans. I have bamboozled my way to flight school back in 1989, so I got to be enlisted as a warrant officer. I usually park way over here. It's kind of my mantra, but it's going to be finding a parking space. I think it's going to be good. So let's see. We're going to go.
I noticed there was down there.
Yeah, but they half of these off.
There's some in here. We're handicapped.
Yes, are you still serving breakfast? Just kidding.
We have a handicap.
Yeah, but the handicap parking. You don't want to park there. But I want to show you one thing. We finally find someplace to pull in. See, they block this off. This doesn't work. Yeah, this is the one nightmare. Parking kind of just doesn't exist down here. Boy, that guy's playing live music.
There he is.
Yeah, we can try this. All right. Like I said, I want to show you something when we get out up here. So try this in the... Okay. Since we're parking, if you look up, notice the roof of this place. It's all solar panel. The entire parking garage is covered with SME. I've been here. Yeah, we may have to try to find out.
Yeah.
Hold on. Whippy you. Come on, you don't park here. Wow. Oh. Yeah, this is
Y'all have a blessed day. Oh, must be the VA.
Yeah.
Yes, Randy, we are at
the VA. And they block, so we're gonna go up. We gotta try another area.
See, there's so many parkings here.
But you
Why
can't
are
get
they-
to it.
Why? Why do they block that off?
Because they don't like people in white cars. I don't know. They just block off certain areas for no reason with all this it's always a fight. So we'll try up here. I don't think it's gonna work, but then we'll cut this off here in a minute. Yeah, we gotta see if it's open. All right, instead of boring everybody to death with driving around in circles trying to find a parking space, and we still have 35 minutes to spare, thank God, we're gonna go ahead and this. I don't know what time we're getting out of here today. Can I get in here? I realized that executive parking. That's another parking lot I've never seen. So we'll try this. I don't think it's going to work out. I've been through here a million times and I don't recall ever seeing an open space. Is that it? No. Watch this. See, this is the problem. Because if you think about it, most of the people coming in here are broken.
Yeah.
Nothing. Wait a minute. Is that a... Nope.
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 Nope. That's a big nope all the way around.
Great big nope. Okay.
So do we have to go maybe try that one?
I guess we don't have a choice here. Let's see. Thank God for backup cameras. Ugh. Yes, I cannot turn my... Look how the turn radius on this thing. I love it. You're wasting your time, dude. You're wasting your time. Okay, I guess we're going to try another area. That was another outside out of the shed. We're going to try that area, and if that doesn't work, we'll come back over here. Yeah, this is the one police parking. This one. I don't think those are police vehicles. I'm just going to say it. This is the one massive headache. You're going through your second issue. Please ask for a second opinion. Be blessed. Oh, in and out, which of course it's cutting in and out. We're in the middle of Houston. Why would we have someplace to park? You guys later.
Bye, y'all.